here. I hope you're, oh, I feel like an angel. There's like, wait, let me, whoa, it's my halo. Anyway, did you know? So we're here to do actually just decluttering at the speed of life, chapters 6 and 7. Let me make my shirt straight so that I don't look funny. And let me tell you, it is International Day of Friendship. So I am so thankful for your friendship. And also, while we're waiting for people to come on, let me just show you. It's like 92 degrees today. Look at that bright sunny day. Blue sky heading my way. Hi, Lori. I'm so glad that you're here for chapters 6 and 7 of Decluttering at the Speed of Life. And you notice the little crown beside? Can you see on the chats? It gives you a purple crown. It says number 1. That's top fans. Would you believe that? Top friends, not fans. Oh my goodness. Hi, Marie. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Barb. I'm drinking some Diet Dr. Pepper, which is actually a huge treat. Hi, Sharon. So glad that you're here. So we have Lori, Marie, Barb, and Sharon. Chapters 6 and 7. All right. She starts out about layers of cleaning. What is your daily stuff? What is the stuff that if you do not get to it, it is going to just accumulate? Would it be mail, books or hobbies, craft supplies, sewing supplies? What is it in your home that if you're not keeping up with it daily, you're going to have a lot of clutter? Hi, Anita. Hi, Catherine. Hello from the UK, finishing up tidying my kitchen whilst I listen. That's great. So if you can comment, let me know, because she says, if your reaction to cleaning house seems vastly different from the reaction of your friends, it's possible that cleaning your house involves peeling back layers that shouldn't be there. So the first layer that she talks about is daily stuff. And apparently she has a book named How to Manage Your Home Without Losing Your Mind. I would love to know, have you ever read any of Dana K. White's books before now? Because this is my first. Barb says laundry and dishes. Oh, Barb, 2 peas in a pod, you and me, girl. I honestly think she puts that as the second layer. No, that's not true. So yeah, what are your daily things? Laundry and dishes are definitely mine. Mail, like, yes, do I declutter mail right away? Marie says laundry and dishes. Okay, I'm feeling so much better that a lot of my videos, we start with laundry and dishes. That's why. Because even if there's just one of you or 2 of you, it really can add up. Marie says brushing the floor. So yes, I'm a sweeper too. That isn't quite as, if I had dogs, it would be a bigger deal. And I was noticing I need to sweep my bedroom floor. We actually have a house viewing tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's going to be time for me to sweep and mop over those floors. I was going to do it today. Today I am tired. And I finished editing, got my video up, went to the grocery store, and I'm doing this. And that's just it for me. Anita says laundry and dishes for me. Thank you, Marie. I appreciate it. We're kind of, yeah, anyway, I'm not getting into the house. Wah, wah. All right, so layer 1, daily stuff. So dealing with page 36, dealing with daily stuff every day means when it's time to clean, you get to skip this layer. So, okay. What she means by daily stuff. Catherine says, I agree with the dishes as I have my hands in soapy water. She's saying, what do you have any things that you have to actually clean up before you can start cleaning? But this is what I'll say about dishes. As I have said multiple times, everyone in my family cooks. Could we please, anybody, have a peanut butter and jelly dang sandwich? No. In fact, we were at the store today and Yvonne's like, do you mind if I get some shaved ham? No, I don't mind. Is it for a sandwich? No, it's for a salad where she's going to put 5,000 things in it, including cooked eggs. The only other sandwich that's ever eaten in the house is tuna fish. Well, you got to get the bowl out. You know what I mean? Like, we always use dishes every single meal. Once in a while, Yvonne will eat like a granola bar, or I'll eat a granola bar. I eat my Optivia bars. But other than that, everybody. Also, cat food. Oh my, has anyone else ever noticed if you give your cat crunchy food, their little crumbs are going everywhere with the cat food. So cat food is another one that I'm constantly having to clean up. Barb, yeah, jelly dang sandwich. That reminds me of when my son got married, my firstborn. He got married in Alabama, which of course was a ways away from Maine. And so whenever anybody would say, "Is Tyler getting married in Maine?" I would say, "No, he's not. He's getting married in Alabama." Anyway, so that's layer one. Layer two, clutter. Do you struggle with clutter? Where is your clutter? And she's going to mention later that things like, you think you're done because the dishes are drying on the sink or they're clean in the dishwasher or the laundry is folded but on the couch. That can actually turn into clutter. And whenever she points out when there's a bit of clutter that's tolerated, other clutter accumulates. And Fly Lady talks about hot spots. Do you have any hot spots? Tell me your hot spots. My hot spots are the kitchen island is a hot spot. The dining room table can be, because if my husband leaves out his laptop and his stuff for work, then that is giving other things permission to build there too. Sometimes in the wintertime, it's like blankets, blankets, blankets everywhere on the couch. Having older adult kids means that honestly, their entertainment is their phone. So I don't obviously struggle with things like toys, but we have to be careful with things like mail, mail, what do people leave around? Cups, water bottles, my husband's work stuff, my YouTube stuff, laundry and blankets and pillows on the couch, that kind of thing. Right now, you don't realize how small your house is until a baby enters the house, and all of the baby furniture is no joke. He has the little play yard thing with the crisscross mobile thing, which we kind of fold up and hide behind that blue couch thing that's in Creasy's room whenever we have a showing. Doom piles. Marie says, I have doom piles in the bedroom, kitchen, a bad habit for filling baskets. Lori says, mail piles quickly around here. And that doesn't necessarily mean you're not filing it when you get home. It's just that you can throw away the junk mail and then still the mail that's important can sit there. Marie says, electric leads, paper in this house. Yeah, paper can be a big one. Chargers, cords. Yes. Mags, hello, just back from Romania. So I have lots of videos to catch up on. Plus, I have not read the book. That's okay. You don't need to read the book to come and visit with us, and you're going to get something out of it anyway. We're in chapter 6, and Dana starts with layers that we have to get through to even start cleaning. When we think about cleaning being like the washing and wiping of things, where are the hot spots? Where are the doom piles? What are the things you can identify that tend to pile up, like mail or crafts, or my diamond painting? I have a box for it. I'll show you right now. I haven't disappeared. Please don't leave. But see this? This is my diamond painting stuff. And oftentimes I will slide it under my couch, like slide it all the way out, and then I get a broom and I pull it back out again. That way it's not a pile. Hello, Jeanette. I'm so glad that you're here. And Mags, this must mean your daughter's all married now, or were you just preparing? Let us know. Oh my goodness, so exciting. Okay, so the clutter is layer 2. And then layer 3 is finally the actual cleaning. So of course, for me right now, where we're showing our home, right? I packed up things that, and you saw, if you got to Rig, tell me your first name again, because I can't remember it. I'm so glad that you're here. Ashley. Okay, that makes sense. Ashley is A is for Ashley. I'm so glad you're here, Ashley. Because we're selling the house and all the things, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Mag says, I definitely have lots of layers, piles of clothes hamper. Okay, clothes can definitely do it too. So because we got extra furniture out and anything that we're not going to use for the next couple of months out of the house and into a storage unit, clutter isn't building, and we're keeping up with it better because all of us know at any time we could get a showing. And so now when I do get like, I'm not even panicked anymore. I'm not feeling like everything has to be cleaned between the fact that we're keeping up with clutter piles and we got stuff out of the house, and because I'm doing the thing where every day I'm kind of going through rooms and no, not married yet, just helping to prepare for weddings in October. Ooh, what a nice time for a wedding. Hi, okay, Klingon Princess, you could remind me your first name too. I'm so sorry. I'm so glad you're here. Just got home from work. Happy you are on. Yay, I'm happy I'm on too. We're going through Danny K. White's book in chapter 6. So anyway, now, because I'm trying to keep up with the house, in washing windows, yes, you want your windows clean. None of my windows are awful because you saw me do them during spring cleaning, but it is a quick wipe. Hi, Gina. Yes, Klingon Princess is Gina. I'm writing in my book, is Gina. I love that name, Gina. So it's not taking much time at all to do a quick wipe down of things, even if I have a room that needs to be mopped. So I can race through the house with a vacuum cleaner. And then we have the Swiffer mop that sprays the cleaner on the floor. Zip through there with that and be done with it. Not having all kinds of clutter everywhere. Oh my goodness. But you know what? Even when I get into a really good rhythm like I am right now, something will happen. Something's gonna, you're that kid with the bike and somebody sticks a stick in those spokes and boom, 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 boom. And you're top over tea kettle right over the handlebars and you're starting from scratch. But the good thing to think when that happens is instead of feeling guilty or, self-deprecating, is to think, I need to refresh, which is what happened to me recently. I had confessed that my morning routine had gone to pot. I had to refresh that morning routine, get back on top of things. And after a couple weeks of being super determined to get back on top of things, you get back on top of things. It's okay. And that stuff happens to literally every person. So the layer 3 is the actual cleaning. And I don't mind cleaning. I just was realizing like cleaning my tub used to be something that I had the girls do it. But lately it's not even been bothering me. Oh, I know why. I have the Scrub Mommy and I keep it in the tub. So the plasticky side of the Scrub Mommy, while I'm in my shower, I will literally step on it and move that all around the bottom of the tub because you got the hot water. It gets any soap scum off. I'll do the side sometimes another day when I'm in the shower. And then when I actually get to a day where I need to spray that cleaner, I rinse down the tub, spray that cleaner, and wipe it down. Oh, also, remember how many shampoo bottles used to be in my bathtub? That's another example of clutter that builds. Once I got all the shampoo bottles out of that tub, I allow only soap in there now. That also made it so much less, not that it took me forever to take them out. Probably took me 5 minutes. It was the thought of all of those shampoo bottles. It just made it look like a daunting task. So when you get everything out, it is so much easier to clean. Yes, Gina says, what a lovely thing to visit Romania. Gina, if you go to my YouTube channel, put in This Made Her Mom, go to my actual channel, and you click on, is it community or posts? Try them both. Mag shared some pictures on there of her trip to Romania. Gorgeous pictures, gorgeous. Okay, so when we get the decluttering and the clutter stuff dealt with, decluttering helps lessen clutter for sure. Then it's so much easier to do the actual cleaning. So you might think you hate cleaning, but what you actually hate is all the stuff you have to do before you actually clean. So if your counters are full of a lot of different hotspot type materials, it is daunting to wipe them down. But if they're mostly empty, It's just a quick wipe. I actually, I have the little drawer for the K cups, and someone did tell me, you got to get rid of that. And I was like, I'm not getting rid of that. I want it. Well, I don't know that I miss it. I can't wait to see if I actually miss anything that is in that storage unit. It's kind of like when you go on vacation, you stay in an Airbnb. All you have is what you need for that week, clothes on your back, toiletries. You do not miss a blessed thing from your house. It's honestly, if there's ever a reason to go on a vacation, stay somewhere other than your house, that would be a reason. And just sit there and all that minimal ishness and go, what do I miss right now? I bet you miss nothing. And she says one more thing before she closes the chapter: procrastic clutter. So, ever feel like you're staying on top of the mess, rocking and rolling with the stuff that is supposed to keep things under control, but your house still looks messy? The real culprit is procrastic clutter. It's the stuff that will be done one day but can't be done today. And that's where she gives the example. You have folded the laundry, it's on the couch, but you haven't put it away. That's procrastic clutter. You've washed the dishes, I'll let them dry on the sideboard or on the counter, or they're in the dishwasher and they stay there. That makes it procrastic clutter. If the clothes are in the dryer, it's procrastic clutter. My husband, I'm always like, could we put the dishes I'm like, here's the sink. I love him, and he helps me so much, okay? So you can handle it if I just give you a little critique. I'm sure he's got some for me, but he's not here right now, so he can't say it. Anyway, here's the sink. We could put the plate here, or we could just go like this and put the plate in the dishwasher. Drives me crazy. And you know what he always tells me? It's soaking. I'm like, that's why God made a scrub brush. Oh my goodness, procrastic clutter. I'm sure I have it too. Oh yeah, I actually have my little caddy that I take into the shower. It's sitting on the end of my bed right now. Okay, so do you struggle with procrastic clutter? If so, tell me in the comments or in the chats actually right now, what is your procrastic clutter? Do you put the clothes right away after you have washed and dried them, or do they sit somewhere? Do they sit in a basket? I used to have a basket full of socks. And when my mom would come for summer, she would try to match all of my socks. It was a basket, and the kids would just go diving through whenever they need to put socks on. Once I gave everybody their laundry day, that ended my sock basket. Lori says that her husband likes to soak things too. God bless him. What would we do without him? Okay, let's see. Rooms with piles, even piles of clean stuff, doesn't look clean. And piles are kind of like fertilizer for other piles. Make putting clean dishes away part of your routine. And getting the dishes out of the dishwasher is so good. I always say it on my channel, because then when people, if they're not soaking it, they could be putting their dirty dishes right in the dishwasher. It's a lot easier to control kids than it is husbands. But if it's only you and one other person, it's easier to kind of keep that clean. I'll often zip down whatever I'm doing. If I'm editing or something up here, I'll zip down after lunch, mid-afternoon, make sure everything's in the dishwasher and start the dishwasher so that it's cleaned, and I can empty it when I make dinner so that when we eat the dinner, we can put the stuff right in the dishwasher. And usually Yvonne and one of her sisters does dishes. Yvonne likes to do dishes at night. Now it's like we take Jabari for her, and she does dishes because she's had them all day and she could use a little break, and we could use a break from the house. And so it kind of works out. Okay. So making those things part of your daily routine is the key. And she says, shouldn't I use my decluttering energy on real decluttering instead of on these tedious daily things? Now, we have talked about here, there honestly does come a time that maybe one day, put those things aside so you can do decluttering. If you're noticing that, but honestly, I know Mags works. So by the time, she gets home from work, she's tired. So there are times, I believe, where, and when it is, where you might want to procrastic clutter and do the decluttering. Just, you can't do that every day. But if you did it once a week or twice a week, Monday and Friday, Monday and Wednesday, I don't know. But like there are, you know when that time comes, but don't feel too guilty if that's what you have to do in order to get to the decluttering done. But I agree, you don't want dishes and laundry piling up or any of those other things. Mail and such over time would get terrible. But every once in a while, I don't think that's a bad thing. When you're working outside the home or you're super busy, maybe you're a caretaker, where there just isn't enough energy to spread around, don't, but it's true. The room's still going to look messy, even if it's clean clutter. Okay. And then the case for the donate box. Does anybody have a hard time? What do you do with your items when you declutter? Do you try to sell them? Do you donate them? Do you throw them away? What do you try to give them to the perfect person, is what she mentions. I'm going to take a swig here. What's your go-to? You know my go-to. I got two go-tos. One is the dump and one is Goodwill. If it's not good enough for Goodwill, it goes to the dump. We have oftentimes flirted with the idea of restore, which is where you bring building supplies. But have I yet to actually bring stuff to restore? No. Sharon says, empty boxes. It's amazing how much room they take up. Yeah, A to the men. That is what I'm realizing right now. You know, I always had that area in my basement for empty boxes, and I finally got rid of all of them. But now because we're moving, I've got empty boxes again. Barb says, donate unless not good enough. And that's what she advises in chapter 7 is donate, donate, donate. Marie says, donate to charity shop, but my kids are hard on clothes and shoes. Yeah, so there just comes a time where they've got to go. It doesn't matter that your grandmother, like mine maybe, would strip and braid old clothes and make rugs. It's okay that we don't do that anymore. In my younger days, the Tightwad Gazette, did anybody read the Tightwad Gazette? Oh my goodness, I was saving dryer lint, for goodness sakes, for projects that I never did because it was in the Tightwad Gazette and I was trying to save money. Oi, Malloy, am I glad those days are gone. So having a donate box in your house is such a healthy thing. A box that you can be tossing things in. She said she struggled with the whole, planning one time and one day, one time where she would go bring things to donation because it would stay in her car for too long. But you know if that works for you. Jeanette says, my charity shop uses the money on evangelizing, so I love to donate. That's wonderful. And Sharon says, I donate everything. I also put things down at the end of our driveway, and I've done that too. I put things down at the end of the driveway, and I give it like a time limit in my head if they don't take it by this time. I did that with the planter pots, and then the planter pots that didn't get taken after a few days, we bagged them up and they went. So some of the planter pots, the nicer ones, went to Goodwill, and the ones that I had gotten like from a greenhouse to carry stuff to your car, those went in the trash. I've worked hard, Marie says, to not fill bag for life bags. I would love you to really explain to me what that means, bag for life. Oh, and she mentioned that problem she had when she would be cleaning for company or something, and I did this is how I end up with my basement, is that she would quickly put it in a box or a bag and put it in storage, and then she ended up with a big mess. I did that too. I ended up with a big mess in my basement because I didn't want it in the main house. Yes, so she said, as I shifted into the mode of fast and furious decluttering, I began selling less and donating more. Here's another thing. So the people who are commenting right now are giving it to Goodwill or charity shop, or they're donating, okay? What stops you? Do you ever struggle to actually get it out of the house or out of the car? And if so, what are your roadblocks to doing that? One thing that helps me is my husband has to go into the office on Thursdays, and he works 10 minutes from Goodwill. And it's not all of our Goodwills. You can't donate to all of them. We have 3 we can donate to, but one is an hour and 15 minutes away. One is 50 minutes in an area I don't go to. And then this one, which is about 35 to 45 minutes away, but it's near my husband's office. So that has really helped me. And then our trash, which is a transfer station, is open Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So I have to make sure I'm kind of timing everything right. Do you remember for a while when I was doing my rage declutter? Whoo, that was great. It was either the car was either packed for the dump or it was packed for Goodwill, and it was like zoom, zoom, zoom. I always filled bags and then hid the bags. Yep, me too, in the basement, and that's how I ended up with years of decluttering in my basement. And I know we're not done yet. I know it will have more. Right now, it's like, how are we best using my husband's time? We were going to declutter his books, but we haven't done it yet. And it's really like, okay, now do we want to do some of the little things that came up on that building inspection last time for the future one? My realtor says no. Or should we be doing his declutter? So I'm kind of on the fence about that, and it'll get worked out, but we haven't quite figured it out. She was saying the problem with having a garage sale, I've done this too, garage sale or yard sale, is you pile it up, waiting to have the proper amount to do the yard or garage sale. Then after you have it for, let's say you do it on a Saturday, where's it going if it doesn't get sold? And when is it getting there? And how is it getting there? Because if you built it up enough for a sale, it probably doesn't fit in one vehicle. And then giving things to the perfect person, I can absolutely relate to that. All of the relational complications that can be involved with that. Maybe they want it, maybe they don't. Catherine says we donate to a charity for the homeless, and they have a lovely cafe, so we treat ourselves. I love that so much. What a great story. That's wonderful that they have the cafe, because I'm sure what they make in the cafe also goes to benefit the homeless. We have a wonderful coffee shop. It's called Roots Cafe in Maine, and they have a bookstore. And a lot of the books, like all of the Bibles, and some of them are really nice, expensive study Bibles, are free, all by donation, brand new, and devotionals are free. Then everything else is a lending library, but you don't sign it out. You just take it and you bring it back when you think about it. Isn't that crazy? It's so wonderful. Marie said, I had over 1,000 books. Oh, I have re-signed myself to declutter at least half, as I have a Kindle now and print was too small. That is amazing. My husband too, he's a bookie and he's gotten rid of so much. My son and his wife are book collectors. So they're always out for rare books, full, old antique books, first edition of, there's a lot of study and stuff that goes into that. Wow. But half is amazing. That'd be 500 books. Oh my goodness. So she's saying, if you don't, she says on 43, if you don't know where to donate, ask. And she's always finding new places to donate. So I thought that might be fun. It's just to go on my community website, Facebook page, and ask, where do you donate stuff? Maybe I'll find some new places I don't know of. Oh, I would love it if I could find one that had a little cafe. That would be so cool, Catherine. I would love that so much. So ask if you don't know. For now, while you're in major decluttering mode, load your entire vehicle with donations or call a local donation service to schedule a pickup. I know here in Maine, I don't know if they still do it, but Salvation Army used to come and do a pickup. Always look on the website, make sure that you can donate the things you're bringing. Learn that the hard way, because my Goodwill won't take pillows. Probably not mattresses either if you won't take a pillow, so that you're not wasting time, energy, and trunk space on things that you can't actually donate. So, and she was saying that, if you're the type that can get addicted to free stuff or inexpensive stuff, be careful of things like Free Cycle, because you might be going there to post but get lost down the rabbit hole. So yeah, I think for a lot of you, I know Mags, you're doing your bedroom and I commend you. We all understand. Lori likes to donate furniture to Habitat for Humanity Restore. They pick up, yes. So check your local one. Mine would not pick up because it's too far away. Also, they vary from region to region on what they will accept. So I know that they have a nice website that you can go on. Also, uh, it was Home Depot, I think. It's either Home Depot or Lowe's, but I think it's Home Depot. You could bring home this bag thing that's supposed to be in place of a dumpster. And it's very inexpensive to purchase. You put stuff in it, and then a truck comes and takes it away. And of course, they charge, so that you can look that up too. There's lots of places for you to donate your stuff. And she even said something else, and I was like, oh, no, no, no. She was making it like once you've done the declutter, then you can clean because stuff is decluttered and always will be decluttered. Well, no, that's not true. And I know she would agree too. It was like one phrase in the book that I'm probably misreading, but just in case somebody else read it that way too. I mean, there's always going to be stuff to declutter. Your needs are going to change. What you like changes. What you're interested in changes. Pieces that you love for decor, you're not going to love in the future. It is okay. Don't feel guilty. We're always decluttering. Always. Clothing, it's going to wear out if it doesn't style out. Or you might want less and then you want more. I want my bangs cut and then I want long bangs. I mean, it's like that in all of life. Last year I was all about the container gardening. This year, no bandwidth for it. So I could have kept them for the rainy day. For the next year, I just decided, no, I'm not doing that. I don't know if that will be my mood next year. I don't know where my life will be. I chose to get rid of them. There wasn't a right or wrong answer there. I could have kept them another year, but I just chose to declutter it. I'm not into container gardening. Do not have the time. Do not have the bandwidth. Needed my deck to be nice and neat. So Meg says, yes, slowly getting her bedroom decluttered. We'll get back doing it next week after I have all the holiday clothes washed. Yes, and you've had a big trip, so rest up. It's okay, and you'll get to it when you can and have the energy to do that. You don't want to make yourself sick by pushing too hard. Because don't ever feel pressured by your friends here who only want the best for you, Megs. So whew, this was great. So chapter 8 and next Wednesday, change your mind, set changes from home, changes your home. Wait, changing your mindset changes your home. Oh my goodness, I can read. And decluttering at the speed of life, chapter 9. So chapter 8 and 9 will get us through part 1, and then we'll start on part 2. So I hope this was encouraging to you. I hope it helps you to just kind of talk it out. In today's video that I posted, I was putting all of the what are the trending decluttering methods and all of that, and who are the gurus in decluttering space. I'm going to share more in that vein. In my next video, I want to share how to take different methods and take elements you like from each one to declutter your home and to do maintenance declutter, which all of us are going to be doing for the rest of our lives. And even when we do pass, then our families, there will be stuff. There's going to be stuff. And it's okay. Don't be a minimalist if you don't want to be a minimalist. Don't feel like you need to label yourself. Just do your best. Pick a time that works for you. Anyway, I could go on and on forever, but I won't. I love you all. And tomorrow, I know I need to bring my husband to work. We're having all these work kind of snafus and scheduling. You go through that. But right now, I'll say I'm going to be here at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to do my best. And I'm going to tell him, as long as I can either be on his end or my end at 9 a.m., I could do a live either place. So you have a nice evening too, Marie. Sharon sharing. After a vacation, I saw the things I did not wear and let those things go. Yes, I just did my closet and I'm like, that black sundress I've not worn once. It's time to let it go. Keep on praying. Yes. Thank you all for your prayers. I'm praying for you. Remember, as always, God loves you. I love you too. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow or next time.